welcome to another Online Business Realm video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and click the subscribe button for us so you can stay up to date with everything we have going on here at the channel. So today is part of our Web Wednesday series where we show you guys a little about online presence, things having to do with graphic design, web design, WordPress stuff, things like that. So I figured a good thing to do would be, let's walk you all the way through the steps of creating a website for your blog or for your business. So that's the next series that we're going to take on here on Web Wednesday, is building a website. So the very first thing you have to do when you build a website is you have to have a domain name. So as you can see, we're here at GoDaddy.com, and I'm going to walk you through the process that I use when I am creating a domain name. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is type in some things that you might think you want your website to be. So if you've seen any of our videos, you see that I also have a ticket website, and I had to come up with a name for my ticket website, which is frontpagetickets.com. And the ticket industry is so big that there's so many names taken. I had to spend so much time coming up with that name, Front Page Tickets. And so I think what you'll see here is if I come up with some names of some ticket companies, they will probably almost all be taken. So let's start here with supertickets.com. And let's see, is it here? Let's see what's available. So as you can see here, it says, sorry, supertickets.com is taken. Now, supertickets.us is available, .info, supertickets.live. All of these are available for pretty cheap. You come down, superticket.org is a premium domain name, so it's $74.99. mysupertickets.com is available at $11.99, which brings me to a couple things to point out here. So as you can see, there are a lot of extensions on the left-hand side. In my opinion, even if you're, say, a nonprofit organization or an education organization, I believe in .coms. I strongly believe in .coms over any extension you're going to find, because if you think about it like this, there is an older generation, and that older generation doesn't necessarily understand how to use Google to find the exact thing they're looking for. What a lot of them may do is they may Google your name, and then let's say the name of your business was Super Ticket, so they Google Super Tickets, not realizing that the first four things that would come up would be AdWords on Google. And they're just going to click on the first one, and they're just going to think they're at your website. So we want to be able to capture people that are going to be able to type in up here, supertickets.com. If you put a different extension, then you are going to miss out on some traffic. Let's say you pick supertickets.info. Well, most people that are going to type in an address in the URL bar up here are going to type in supertickets.com. And so there is a percentage of that traffic you're going to miss. It may only be 1 to 2% of your traffic, but 1 to 2%, you don't know what kind of conversions you're missing also, because maybe one of those people is someone from an older generation that has a lot of money that could have spent a lot on your product. So the traffic you're going to miss by changing the extension, it might be some of the traffic that has the most money to spend. So that's something really important to think about. So as I scroll back down the page, you see mysupertickets.com, supertickets.today, superhottickets.com. Just want to look for the .coms. So mysupertickets.com and superhottickets.com are both available. Superhottickets.com is a pretty good sounding name. But the whole point of me showing you these two down here is to say that a strategy you can use when you're coming up with the name of your business is to come up with the ideal thing that you want, like Super Tickets, and then add a word. There are so many words you could add. You could add Super Ticket Store. Let's see what comes up. Boom, not taken. You could do Super Tickets Market not taken. Let's see. Not taken. So there are so many words you can add in here. Let's say that you were doing a blog, for instance, and you wanted to have the name, let's just keep with the ticket theme, ticket blog. So as you can see, it's available for $4,000. We would never want to spend that much on a domain. Let's come back in and add the word my, and boom. So there is an art to adding a third word within domain names, or an extra word is probably a better way to say that, to be able to come up with your name. So now that we have our name, we're going to go with this right here. You would hit add to cart. I personally suggest using GoDaddy. I feel like the thing that separates GoDaddy from some of the cheaper domain service providers out there is customer service. GoDaddy has got the absolute best customer service. You feel like you're talking to someone on the phone when you have to call them that is someone local. They don't have a big corporate feel to them. You really feel like you're talking to somebody who wants to help you solve your problem, understands your problem, and to me, that's worth a few extra bucks a year. You can find domain names for $7.99, whatever it may be, but for the extra $7-8 a year, there's no reason not to go with GoDaddy. It's the biggest service. It offers the most extras, bells and whistles. You can get hosting on here, email through here. There's all kinds of things you can do on GoDaddy without having to leave. GoDaddy is also not scammy. There are other ones. NetworkSolutions.com is a big one. I cannot stand that company. They trap you. 1&1, another company that traps you. It is so hard to move any of your products off of their pages. It's so hard to get anyone on the phone with those companies that I believe GoDaddy is the best that you can go with. So we're going to hit continue to cart. So this is the main thing you're going to want to look at. Do you want to add privacy to your website? The privacy protection is only $8 per year. The privacy and business protection, you're not going to really need that. That's like in a car rental company trying to sell you the car insurance. You just don't need it. The privacy protection actually serves a purpose though. So there is something called the who is domain. All right, we're going to go here. This is called the who is database. So I'm going to type in my website. And you can go here and you can see information about the people who run any website in the world. So as you can see here, this is me. This is an old address of mine. None of this information is current except for my email address. So as you can see here, you can see my name, business name, address, city, state, zip code, phone number. You can see all of that on this page. Now, I particularly don't care. I don't care if people know that I own frontpagetickets.com. There was a time during my ticket company where I was getting threats from competitors, and that's how they found my phone number, which is through the Who Is database. So if you were to select the privacy, that's going to go through a company that GoDaddy is part of, that's a domain protection, and it's going to lock that down so your personal information will not be spread out around the internet. So it's something you might want to think about if you're in a super competitive industry, if you just like having your privacy protected, if maybe you are selling something that you don't want people knowing you're selling online for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want people to know that you're in a certain type of business. Whatever the case may be, this is where that privacy protection comes in handy. You can create email addresses, but the problem is that this is going to be webmail. So we don't want to use webmail. I will show you guys down the road how to create email addresses that match your blog or your website or your domain name through Google itself, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and click no thanks here. you're certainly more than welcome to sign up for the protection. All right. And one thing it's going to do, it's automatically going to sign you up for 5 years. So let's say you're starting a business and you don't know for sure if it's going to work or you want to be committed. You can switch it over to 1 year, and it's going to keep the price at $11.99. There's no penalty for going from 5 years to 1 year. You still get the deal where $11.99 for your first domain name for the first year. So we've got the protection turned off here. All you do at this point is just go ahead and register and create an account with GoDaddy. If you're signing in, then you already have a domain name and probably understand how to do all that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into how to create a domain name, how to pick the right extension, what options you should sign up with through GoDaddy, and hopefully you will use GoDaddy because, like I mentioned, I really do think that it is the best domain service out there. So please don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the bell button to stay alerted when we have new videos. Keep following us in this Web Wednesday series, and I'm going to show you guys the next step is going to be how to create a hosting package and how to host your website. And then we're going to go into installing WordPress and then different things you can do on WordPress and things like that. So stay tuned, and I hope this is going to help you out in your online business. So until next time, get out there and make some money.